because we want to bless the new baby, Anvai. So the first story I told was how Krishna married his first wife, Rukmini, who was actually Mahalakshmi. But Krishna didn't marry one wife. Although Lord Ramachandra, he took a vow, Eka Patni Vrat, only one wife. It is said that when Ravana stole Sita, Ramachandra could have expanded thousands of Sitas. There would be no problem. But Ramachandra came to teach an important lesson, that if one has a wife, one has to give full protection. So Ram had taken a vow, no, because as a king, he could have had many wives. That was the culture. But he wanted to teach the example for human beings that they should have one wife. But in the Krishna avatar, Krishna wanted to demonstrate how he was Purna Bhagavan, the complete, original, full Bhagavan. There are many Bhagavans, but Krishna is Adi Bhagavan. Just like Bhishma on his deathbed after the battle of Kurukshetra, Bhishma told the Pandavas, headed by Yudhishthira, that this Krishna, he is Adi Narayan. He is the original Narayan. So in the same way, Krishna is Adi Bhagavan, the original. All other Bhagavans come from Krishna. He is Adi Purusha, the original enjoyer, the original person. So in the Krishna avatar, Krishna came to demonstrate who the supreme absolute personality of Godhead is, and gave a sampling of his leelas, only a sampling. There are unlimited leelas, pastimes of Krishna. So, Krishna only married 16,108 wives. That's all. Because he's also Ananta. He's unlimited. When you're unlimited, 16,108 is nothing. He's unlimited. So there are interesting stories with the first 8. The first 8, they are known as the principal queens. The 16,100, he got wholesale. After he killed the demon Baumasura. Baumasura had kidnapped the 16,100 princesses. So after Krishna killed Baumasura, he saw there were these 16,100 princesses. And now, because they have been out of their home, nobody is going to marry them. That was the Vedic culture. Once the girl leaves home, that's it. So, all the girls are looking at Krishna, indicating who's going. So Krishna said, come on, I'll take you. So Krishna took all those 16,100 princesses, and in one big marriage in Dwaraka, he married them all. And in Dwaraka, Krishna had 16,108 palaces. Each queen had to have her own palace. You can't share. No. And not only that, it's not that the queens had to wait 16,108 nights to be. No. Every queen at night had her own Krishna. Each queen. Because Krishna expanded himself into 16,108 husbands. And during the day, all the 16,108 would merge and become one Krishna. But at night, at the end of the day, when he would go, then it would become 16,108. Then in the day, this is Krishna. This is one of billions of reasons why I love Krishna. Krishna is my heart and soul. I have 3 heart and souls. I have my Guru Dev, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. He's my heart and soul. I have my wife. She is my heart and soul. And then the heart of souls, Krishna. In this life, I've given my heart to these 3 people. My Guru, my wife, and Krishna. They are in my heart in this lifetime. But she says, do you still say you want to be my wife in the next life? Do you still?
I'm thinking about it.
She used to say that. What changed your mind?
I'm getting old.
Oh. Well, you used to say that all the time.
Because I have fun with you.
Jai.
Good you asked her this time.
Well, you got to renew the policy. So you also love.
As long as we can have more money so I don't have to work.
Oh, okay.
That's the part.
All right. So we'll have to make a request with Krishna. Jai. But you also, Prabhupada, Krishna.
And the kids.
What about me?
Yes.
I'm in your heart?
Yes.
Okay.
But I also have room for the kids.
Okay. Okay. So he married the 16,100 one time. But the other 8, there's a nice story. So I'm going to tell the story how he picked up the next 2. After Rukmini, he picked up 2. So in Dwaraka, there was this personality. And he had gotten a great jewel. His name was Satrajit. And he was a worshipper of Suryadev, the sun god. And Suryadev gave him a very valuable jewel known as Syamantaka. And this Syamantaka was so brilliant. It was like dazzling like the sun. So he used to keep it covered. And he was actually worshiping this jewel. Because by worshiping the jewel, he was getting lots and lots of gold. By worshiping the jewel, he was becoming very rich. So one day, this Satrajit, he entered Dwaraka and the jewel was shining. And so everybody thought, oh, Suryadev has come, because that's how bright. Everybody thought, oh, it's Suryadev has come to see Krishna. So Krishna, when he met Satrajit, he said, you should give the jewel to King Ugrasena. Because the culture was, the best should be given to the king. So Krishna didn't want the jewel for himself, but Krishna said, my father, Ugrasena, who was Kamsa's father, okay? Ugrasena was Kamsa's father, and Kamsa had put his father in prison. But when Krishna killed Kamsa, Ugrasena was released from prison, and Ugrasena was made king of the Yadu Vangsha, Krishna's dynasty. And they're now living in, originally they're in Mathura, but now they're in Dwaraka. What had happened? You weren't here, the first story I told. When Krishna was fighting Jarasandha, one night Krishna decided, I have to fight Jarasandha, how am I going to take care of the people? So Krishna had Dwaraka constructed by Vishvakarma. He's the great architect of the Devatas. And so one night, the residents of Mathura went to sleep, and when they woke up, they were in Dwaraka. No TSA lines, no. They woke up, and they had been transported hundreds of miles, because Mathura, you know where Mathura is, and Dwaraka is on the west coast. That's quite a distance. So they woke up, and there they were.
I have been to Dwarka.
I have not gone. Very nice. Thank you. So Ugrasena was the king. So Krishna said to Satyajit, you should give this jewel to King Ugrasena. It's only right. But Satyajit, you can understand, he's making all this gold. He doesn't want to give the jewel. He wants it for himself. So one day, Satyajit's brother, Prasena, took the jewel and ran on horseback into the forest. He wanted to show, I have the jewel. So when Prasena rode on horse through the forest, a lion came and killed him. Then, when the lion killed Prasena, the gorilla king, Jambavan, he came and killed the lion, took the jewel, and entered his cave where he was living. Now Jambavan, he had no use for the jewel. Why? Because he was great bhakta of Ram. He had helped Ram in the fight against, who did Ram fight? Ravana. Jambavan helped to fight alongside of, when Ram fought Ravan, who was his helpers? Who was his armies? And? So alongside Sugriva and Hanuman, Jambavan also fought. So Jambavan was a pure devotee of Ram. He's not interested in gold. He's not interested. So he gave the jewel to his son to play with. Now, meanwhile, back in Dwaraka, Satyajit spread a rumor that the jewel is missing. Krishna must have stolen the jewel because he wanted me to give it to King Ugrasena. Krishna, so there was a rumor spread. So Krishna became very concerned that people are gossiping like this behind his back and tarnishing his reputation. So Krishna said, I will find the jewel. So Krishna and a few of the people of Dwaraka, they went with Krishna, they went into the forest, they saw the dead horse, they saw the dead Prasena, and they saw the dead lion. So Krishna said, And then they saw the cave. So Krishna said, I will go into that cave and find out who has the jewel. And Krishna told the other people, you wait. So Krishna went into the cave. But Krishna was gone in the cave for 28 days. After about 10 days, the people who were waiting outside thought something must have happened, so they went back to Dwaraka. So everybody in Dwaraka now is thinking that something happened to Krishna. So when Krishna entered the cave, he saw the young boy, Jambavan's son, playing with the jewel. And there was also a maidservant there taking care of the young boy. So Krishna was trying to take the jewel. So the maidservant, she screamed, "Ah!" And Jambavan came out, and he was angry. Who has come? So Jambavan and Krishna fought. Jambavan, because he was angry, could not recognize who Krishna was because of his anger. So they fought for 28 days. And Jambavan was thinking, wait a second, I'm the strongest person around. Who is this that can fight me for 28 days and not be defeated? He must be my Lord Ramachandra. Nobody else can defeat me other than my Lord Ramachandra. So Jambavan realized, you must be my Lord, because Ram and Krishna, they're the same. Just a different expansion. But Ram and Krishna are the same. God is one. So Jambavan began to offer prayers. You must be my Lord Ramachandra, because nobody can fight me for 28 days. Impossible. So Krishna said, yes. So Jambavan said, yes, I will give you the jewel. Not only that, here is my young daughter. You marry her. Her name was Jambavati. And Jambavati gave birth to one son, Samba. And that word Samba means that he was very attached to his mother. But it is said, because Krishna had 16,108 wives, each wife he had 10 sons and 1 daughter. Of all of Krishna's sons, Samba was his favorite. So when Krishna left the cave, he took Jambavati and the jewel back to Dwaraka. Now Krishna says, see, here is the jewel. And here is my new wife, Jambavati. So Satrajit now is very embarrassed. He has accused Krishna. He refused to do what Krishna had asked. So Satrajit's not looking good reputation-wise. His reputation is not good. So he's tossing and turning. He can't sleep. I've got to do something to make me look good again. So he gets good intelligence from Krishna in his heart. Remember I said before, Krishna is in everyone's heart. So Krishna in his heart gave him good advice. So the next day, Satrajit said, Krishna, here is my beautiful daughter Satyabhama. And so many princes had wanted to marry Satyabhama because she also was so beautiful and qualified. So beautiful and qualified. And Satyabhama happily accepted Krishna. Happily, oh yes. And then Satrajit offered the jewel. And Krishna said, you know what? You keep the jewel. You keep the jewel, because it was also stated that wherever the jewel was worshipped, there would be no inauspiciousness. So Krishna told Satrajit, I'll take your daughter. You keep the jewel. And then, so now Krishna has his next 2 wives. He gets married to Satyabhama. Now he has Jambavati. And I'll stop there. How's that? Good? All right. Rooney, are we ready for Arti?